Okay, so of course every week there's something new, there's something interesting in the league, no? And of course tonight we have Stallion Santa Lucia on the show. But apart from just the team, we've been talking about that na. Maybe we can also get their thoughts, no, on what's going on now in the league. Which teams are pulling off surprises, which teams are coming off to be duds so far. Your thoughts, Coach Ernie?
Well, I'm surprised with Archers actually, how they played last year. I mean, we barely beat them in the semifinals. We had to go the extra time to be able to do that, and with them getting a few more players and especially Chifi coming on board. I think it's more of them starting to learn how to play with each other than anything else. I mean, Dolph is a good coach. You know, he coached these players in college. Manok and Jake, those were his players in FEU when they won the UAP championships. So I think it's just going to take some time for them to kind of get together, and I think they have a few additions. Now, Patrick Dato happens to be my nephew also, as the goalkeeper. So, you know.
Then everyone's been looking out for Archer since the off-season, diba? Because of all these signings, sabi nga ni Coach Ernie. And then of course there's also this news on the coach of, speaking of coaches, diba? Of Coach Moore of Kaya having resigned just a few days back, no? What have we gathered on that? I know there's a statement out, but no details as yet, right? But you guys are playing them, right?
Yeah, we're playing them. He was there actually scouting our game.
Yeah.
So I was surprised when I heard about it. I saw the tweet of Santi, and we were kind of even text Jason to ask OJ.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So I kind of like text my my teammates on the national team, Chris and OJ, like what's happening, because well, like Coach said, he was watching our game, like the game before we were gonna play them. He was scouting us already, and it was really surprising that that he resigned.
So we haven't gotten any news as to who will be manning the team tomorrow.
No, I'm sure. They have an assistant coach, so I guess I'm not sure. Maybe they'll take their time in identifying a coach, or there will be an interim coach. We don't know. I haven't read anything in Twitter.
I think also there's a lot of experience also in the team. So I mean, even with Chris being a coach himself.
Exactly.
So, so I think think for now also he would have a big influence in guiding the team. So
you just don't want something like that to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
This early in the season, you know.
It's only 3 games into the season.
Even if we're playing them tomorrow, we want to make sure that we play them at their best. You know.
Any other updates, Roy?
Well, it's nice to see like most of the talk being about the football rather than who's hit who in the week before. Although obviously the Archers Kaya game is the exception so far. But it's been nice to see the developments. I mean, Global in their game against the Archers.
I think Pachanko also is doing pretty good. I think.
They've won 2 out of their 3 games. They're looking a strong team. PSG are a little bit surprising.
Yes.
I would have thought they'd be better. They've done very well in obviously in the Smart Championships and in the UFL Cup before that. So given that they're on 0 points, it's interesting. But we're only 3 games into the season. It's such a long way to go before we can really get any assessment.
Yeah, but we're a week away from the transfer window.
So we like you have 4 games and then you got a transfer window. So it'll be interesting to we'll go into obviously that more and who's on Coach Ernie's radar shortly. But it's always interesting like to see which teams start well, which teams don't, and Global, Loyola, Stallion, they're looking very, very strong right now, all 3 teams, and it's great to see that competitiveness.
Well, thank you, Roy.
You're very welcome, Coach Ernie.
So and then of course we have new players, and we've had previous episodes Stallion guys talk about. But which teams are you guys looking out for apart from again those who you're sharing the top of the table with?
Yeah, I'm new to the league, so I don't know much besides Global and Kaya and Loyola.
Yeah, well, I'm still like I'm wary about Air Force still.
Air Force,
that's always like a lot of my old teammates went there too. Like I want to say that too. Like I really miss them, in the team, because they were. I'm always close to the Longos, even now I'm still my old teammates. So yeah, we should be really.
They
very
still
about
join
that.
us for dinner.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's how close of a family Stallions is, and Pachanga, of course, because yeah, it's been interesting so far. I saw them a couple of times now already, and yeah, I think they look pretty good.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think prior to the season we were also discussing and Pachanga's chances, right? And we were at the very least predicting at least a mid-table standing for them, and now they're really they're showing their worth in the first division.
Well, I'm surprised with PSG because that was one monkey off my back.
Yes.
They really gave us a hard time last year, so we really prepared extra
Right.
Yeah.
for PSG, and then we played really well against them. So I'm happy with that. And then Army's another team who gives us a hard time all the time.
And we also know how PSG revamped their lineup, right? We had them prior to the season opening.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they look great in the competitions, the cup competitions beforehand. They got a very physical team. Goalkeeper's a little mental. we talked about that.
we had a separate episode just for that.
You can actually check that out on YouTube. There's a YouTube clip called Reality, trying to put on reality. 15 minutes of him rolling and screaming on the floor, just from that single game, from that one game.
You did do a lot of that during our game.
Yeah, well, I heard he got a bit of a bollocking when he got back, when he got off the pitch.
Maybe he was just doing the Harlem Shake. Maybe he has to try that out soon also. But anyway, for more updates on the UFL, please do follow us at FTW Sports.